Hello everyone, welcome back, or welcome if you were new. My name is Charlotte, and in today's video we are starting off with a bathroom refresh, and I am basically cleaning out one of my closets. This closet is used as my storage closet for my holiday decorations, cleaning supplies, memorabilia, boxes, and miscellaneous house decor, luggage. It's the biggest closet in the house, so it stores a lot of stuff in there. I am also going to be removing the carpet in the bathroom. Yes, I have carpet, don't ask. It is something that I inherited from my mom when she sold the house to me. So it's a 70s, 80s / 90s thing when my mom had the carpet replaced. So I am going through slowly in this house and ripping up the carpet, and by doing all of that, I am also going through the house and trying to make the house mine, since it is a new purchase for me, but it is a 45-year-old house, so it has some character, let's put it that way, and some of the character is not what I like. So we are trying to change the little bits of character that to my personality type. So we are starting off here by pretty much cleaning out the closet, and then I will be ripping out the carpet and prepping the floor to be painted. I have this is a concrete slab, so I will be trying to prep it all, and I'll be painting the floors until I can afford flooring. And throughout this, it's going to be painting walls, ceiling, cabinets, trim, all of it, and it's a lot. So I have broken this out into several weeks. I am currently at the stage of painting the floors, so I'm not quite sure how many videos there will be in the series. I'm thinking 3 or 4. So the first one will be this one where it's cleaning out and getting the floor prepped for painting. Part 2 will be painting the ceiling, the walls, and the floor. And then part 3 or 4 and 4, I'm not quite sure, will consist of painting the trim and the cabinets, and then also the final decorating and final touches. So that is where I'm not quite sure how long it's going to take me to paint all the trim. So there might be 2 videos of painting. So, but I hope that you guys look forward to this series. And if you are not subscribed, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, so that way you are notified when I do post my videos on all of the refreshes that are going on in this house. We are starting off here in my master bathroom, and it is my guinea pig on painting the floors. So this is the room that isn't used by a lot or seen by a lot of people, so I figure I can go ahead and paint the floors and just test all the things out and figure out what I want to do for the rest of the house, how much time it's going to take, because as I am ripping out the carpet, I am also going to be repainting rooms. Not the entire house, because I've already started on repainting a lot of the rooms, but definitely in my bedroom, the bathrooms, the guest bedroom, and all of that, I need to paint the walls, the ceiling, and all of that, as well as in the hallway. So we're slowly working through the house on making it mine, after I just recently bought it in December from my mom. So let's go ahead and get to work with this, and I will be back a little bit later. I injured myself already. Oh, it's gonna be a nice bruise, blood blister. Fun. And another note on being careful, that's definitely something I learned early on, how to hold the crowbar and hit it with the hammer. I am using a rubber mallet, so thankfully it wasn't as painful as using a regular hammer, but it is something to be very careful about. And I am glad that I got the smaller crowbar to do this, because once I got into the toilet room, there really wasn't a lot of room, and it did come in handy having the smaller crowbar. And I knew early on to be careful with when I picked up the tack strips, so I purposely got the gloves that have leather on them, so that way it protected me from pulling up or getting them stuck, getting the tack strips in there. And can I just say, yuck on the toilet stall, the carpet in the toilet stall. I have no idea who in the 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever it was, thought it was a good idea to put carpet in the bathroom. It's never a good idea. Never a good idea. And I'm so glad to have it out of that toilet, out of the bathroom basically now, even though I haven't even used the bathroom at all since I've started doing, before I started painting the room, I was using the bathroom, but after I've painted the floors and everything, I haven't been able to use the bathroom in there. So thankfully I have another bathroom that I can use. But this is where I'm saying I was glad to have the smaller crowbar, because this is a very tight space, especially, sorry, Fifi is attacking some styrofoam, so I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay, so in this toilet, because this is such a tight, tiny space, having the smaller crowbar did come in handy for this. But if I were in a big open room like my bedroom or anything like that, removing the carpet, having a larger one to where I didn't have to get down on the ground and get so close and personal to the tack strips. But in this case, having that just to get around the toilets and close to the wall and everything, it really did come in handy to have the smaller crowbar. So I'm trying to be careful with everything. I am wearing some slippers. I probably should have been wearing tennis shoes or, some stronger shoes, but I made sure to push the tack strips out of the way once they were removed, and made sure not to step or kneel or do any of that, because, they have a lot of nails or tacks, whatever you want to call them. So they're nice and sharp, and yeah, but that's what we're doing right now, and we're just going to continue on going through. And as I remove this carpet, I probably should have been wearing regular gloves just to pull up the carpet, because you saw the nastiness around the toilet. I probably should have, but I didn't. I did wear my glasses and I did wear my mask, because I did stir up a lot of dust when I was doing all of this. And after I did remove the carpet and realized how much dust there was, I really should have probably removed everything out of the room, out of the closets, out of everything. So I did not do that. I will make note of that to do in future rooms, that I will try to remove pretty much all the items, especially if it's clothes and bedding and stuff like that. No reason to have extra dust on all of that stuff. So first, once I remove the carpet and the tack strips, I go through and I do try to sweep up all the debris, and then I will come back with a vacuum cleaner. And I probably should have used my shop vac, but I just didn't want to bring that in, so I'm using my Dyson. So it's not the best thing, but that's what I was doing and everything. So this toilet actually is not working right now. I have the water turned off on it. It has a leak on it, and I really do need to call a plumber to figure out if it's something that can be fixed, or if the toilet has to be completely replaced. And I kind of don't want to call the plumber because I don't have it in the budget to replace the toilet. So it's kind of I don't want to know what they tell me. I already know I'm going to have to do something with the AC this year. So I am right now, so the only working toilet is in the other bathroom, and both of the toilets are original toilets to the house. So, they're bound to have issues and corrosion and all of that type of stuff. So the toilet in the master bathroom is leaking or has a slow run somewhere. I'm not quite sure what happens, but basically it takes a couple hours a day or something like that, and then you'll hear the toilet refilling itself. So it's like I don't know exactly where there's that slight leak, if it's the actual like flush valve, the flapper, or if it's actually like internally in the bottom part of the toilet going to the sewer, if it's something like that. So it's just one of those things. I know I'm going to have to get it replaced at some point, and I plan to do that, but I wanted to kind of like add that into the budget when I go to do the final flooring that I want to do. But I may, just to get another working toilet in the house, I probably will just need to, figure out how to work it into the budget to have a plumber come out and put in a toilet, because I am not about to do plumbing or electrical work. I can do pretty much everything else, but not plumbing or electrical. Those are things that I definitely want to hire professionals to do, because though one can kill you, the other one can do major damage to your house. So it's like one or two things. I don't want to die, and I'd rather not have major damage to the house that, insurance and all of that. If it's going to be damaged, I want it to be licensed people that are insured, so that way if they cause the problem, they fix it.
Wasting money on cures, forgot how to fix myself. They say that time is free, then why is it so precious? Oh, I'll save memories in my head, like Polaroids on walls. They remind you to look ahead. Time is running out. Time is running out. Lately I've lost my track. I've sailed the deepest seas, hoping to find something to bring back better times. Oh, I'll save memories in my head, like Polaroids on walls. They remind you to look ahead. But time is running out. 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 Time is running. Time is running out. But time is running out. What if my best days are over? They can't be over. They can't be over now. Time is running out. What if my best days are over? They can't be over now.
Seriously, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 nails in this strip right here.
Do you find yourself under the weight? You're just wishing midnight. Oh yeah, oh yeah. If you're ready to get down, bring your friends. Meet me at midnight. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Down on your knees, you're begging, please, you want it. My love's like fire, it'll leave you burning. Down on your knees, you're begging, please, you want it. My love's so sweet, sweeter. If you think that you got it, hands up, put your money where your mouth is. If you think that you got it, hands up, put your money where your mouth is. It's like we're magnetic, you're pulling me in. I'll never forget this. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Young and we're ready, so don't be afraid. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Down on your knees, you're begging, please, you want it. My love's like fire, it'll leave you burning. Down on your knees, you're begging, please, you want it. My love's so sweet, sweeter. If you think that you got it, hands up, put your money where your mouth is. If you think that you got it, hands up, put your money where your mouth is. If you think that you got it, hands up, put your money where your mouth is. If you think that you got it, hands up, put your money where your mouth is. If you think that you got it, don't stop. Hands up, put your money where your mouth is, boy. If you think that you got it, don't stop. Hands up, put your money where your mouth is, boy. If you think that you got it, hands up, put your money where your mouth is. If you think that you got it, hands up, put your money.
And for now, where the carpet meets my bedroom carpet, or the floor meets my bedroom carpet, I am duct taping the transition instead of putting a transition and having to, have extra holes in the concrete and all of that. So that's what I'm doing as a transition piece, and I will slowly work through the house to get that done. And we are now moving on to, I am using this concrete filler, and I wasn't sure if this would still be soft because the lid was cracked. So there are some spots that were hard and air had got to them, but the rest of it was, still wet. So I'm going to go ahead and start filling in the holes where the tack strips were at. And as I've gone through this process and everything, I am not going to fill up the rest of the holes in the rest of the house because eventually I will be putting flooring over this. So I am not going to waste my time with that. Plus, when I get to the sanding part, it was so dusty in there from sanding that I just did this closet. I sanded just this closet and the toilet stall, and I decided I am not doing that anymore because I had to basically shut up the room for a good 4 to 6 hours and allow it to air to basically kick the dirt out. So I put a fan up in the toilet window and just had it sucking the air out of the room and getting the dust out of there as well. So it was a day wasted pretty much with doing all of this. So like I said, this is a guinea pig room, so I'm testing out all of this, and after all of this, I decided I am not doing the concrete filler. I eventually will be putting flooring over the concrete, so it is not something that I was going to have concrete floors for the entirety of the thing. I wanted to have the LVP flooring done, So this was just, testing it out. I decided I'm not doing it. It's too much work. I'd rather just rip up the carpet and then get the floor prepped to where for me to paint it. And this is an extra step if I were going to have, if I were going to stain the concrete or keep the concrete painted, and that's how I was going to not ever put any flooring over it, then I would go through and actually make sure I was doing everything the right way, and I'm putting flooring over this. So for me, this was just a step that I don't necessarily need. And I can live with little holes and everything, and I know dirt will collect in those little crevices, but I don't care. I don't care, honestly, because that, to me, that cleaning that stuff up isn't as painful as doing all of this and then having to air out the house, and I'm still trying to live in the house, and with cats and everything. So yeah, it was a waste, in my opinion.
Take everything we got, give it an honest shot, turning it on and off, we've been sliding, riding the highest dream, keeping the fire real, I call for you, hold your gun, cut the wire, aim for fun, with a light to fire, I've been flying up the ceiling, taken by this feeling, maybe we're invisible at last, fueling every engine, power is descending, baby we're invisible, over the coming days, let's cut to the chase, we're gonna beat this maze, let's go deeper, I wanna reach it all, taking a leap or fall, I'll get to you, hold your gun, cut the wire, aim for fun, with a light to fire, I've been flying up the ceiling, taken by this feeling, maybe we're invisible at last, fueling every engine, power is descending.
This spot was one really big caked on piece of drywall mud. I mean, I chipped at it for hours, it seems like. So this definitely was coming up with a wire brush. That's what I was using right there. So that one spot was coming up, but it needed a little bit more work. But that one other spot that was the caked on one, I eventually changed out the blade on the scraper, and then I also put a towel on it, a soaking wet towel on top of it to kind of like get it moist or wet or whatever you want to call it, a little soggy, so that way it came up a little bit better. But it honestly, I thought it was a chunk of concrete, and I tried to hit it with a sander, and here you see me trying to mess with the sander and everything, and here's where I'm talking about how much dust. I don't know if you can actually see the dust, but that room was so dusty after using the sander, and I just decided to call it quits on the sander at this point, and I was just going to go around and use the scraper to kind of level out the pieces of concrete. But that was it, and I am going to go ahead and insert some pictures of what it looks like before, what the concrete looks like before I start painting it. On the pictures, I have already painted the ceiling and the walls. So I hope that everybody enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that way you're notified when I post part 2 of this series. And I will be back next time with another of these videos. Thank you, everybody.